Hi guys, how are you doing? So today we'll come up with our first tutorial. Though I've making a couple other type of tutorial, but not on automation. So this will be the first tutorial for automation, and I will just be talking about not just talking. We're going to talk, and then at the same time, we're going to be working on at least one project. So this is on n8n. So you just have to pop up to the description level. You'll see the link for registration if this is your first time. So that's what we're going to be working things step by step, just for the beginners. So let's start. The title of this project today is automating to Gmail, automation to Gmail. So it's an AI automation to Gmail. Do you understand? Or we can just call it email markup automation. So let's get into it. So the first thing you need to, or will I say no, or the first thing you need to understand is about something we call node. So in n8n, there is something we call node, and the powers of node is it gives you control over a certain unit, over a certain program. So you come over to the arrow there, where we just click right now. You're gonna see search nodes. So there are a lot of nodes, there are a lot of actions, there are a lot of triggers right over here that we can actually work on. So our first for this project, we're gonna be looking at a node called on schedule. On schedule will be the node we're going to be using, our first node. So we're going to click on schedule. So yeah, now what is the essence of on schedule? This node gives you the power, the functionality for you to be able to control. It's like an alarm, a timer. Do you understand? So like maybe you set your alarm, wake me up 2 o'clock, it does at that 2 o'clock, ring at 3 a.m., it rings at 3 a.m. So that's the essence of the schedule trigger. So right here, it gives you functionality. You can change the trigger rules. You can change it to maybe once in a week. Maybe it repeats itself every week, every month, or custom. But today's, I think we should be working up with days, because we want to make a trigger that sends you an automatic information every single day, sends you particular information every single day. So then we're going to look at days between the trigger. Yeah, days between the trigger means, do you want the interval, the days interval, to be a day, 24 hours, or 2 days, or small? So we're going to be using a day. Then do you want it to trigger at midnight? No, you want it to trigger every 7 a.m. in the morning. What about a minute? It's triggered at 7 a.m. in the morning. So this is, we have our trigger ready. So, and then there's another big functionality of n8n is that you can test your workflow before execution, because execution is when your workflow is in the cloud, and then you can, it runs due to execution. So you don't have to come over, click the test button, come over to the page, or come over to the program before you can execute. So it automatically execute according to your node. So now we have this trigger right here. So let's test it. So right here, it shows to us that the workflow executed successfully. So let's open this in JSON, and then we can see this is just like a testing version of it. So it's just going to test the randoms, just going to predict, tells you it's working perfectly already. So then now next thing we need to come up with is our AI model. Now blessed be n8n, they gives us a chance for free ChatGPT model. So before we run into the model itself, it has a roadmap. Before you make any project, you sit down, think, what is my roadmap? What am I doing? What am I going to, am I going to be doing these things? So what exactly am I doing? Now we want to, want to get news, information, some particular data to our email. We want to, okay, let's work on maybe work out, on motivational rules, or 30 days plans and motivation rules. So now let's work with, firstly, now we can search for a note right over here. We can search for a lot of notes. So right here, let's go for the AI model. So let's go for the AI model. So ChatGPT is the AI model right here, and now we have a free version of it. We just click on that version, and then boom, we have this. So this one is not what we want. So all we want it to do is to trigger whenever this comes up. Now we're going to have come in here, and then right here the prompt is not going to be on expiration. So we are going to edit this prompt and define it right below. Now we're just going to think of a prompt right here. So we're just going to write this out. Act as or as a gym instructor and provide me a workout scheme for the day. Let's just work this out. So this is right now a prompt. Maybe you can do better than that. You can work up a new prompt or something else. So I think it's good now. So let's test this out. This is cute. So ChatGPT should give us a response right here. It's kind of executing over. Yeah. So we have this. Now we have a problem over here. We don't want it to return a statement like this, like absolutely this is it. No. We don't need this. So we're going to jump to something we call the system prompt. So come over here. Okay. We're gonna go here to the OpenAI chat model, and we want to. So we have the ChatGPT 4. I think that's good. So I think that's good with us, but we don't want that to respond. So now we have the system prompt. Now we said you are an AI system and a chatbot that delivers messages to a user to help them improve. So to help them improve their workout daily body skill. So we're just going to and give it an instruction. Now the instruction is that you will not deliver your response like an AI, but respect greetings first, then your daily workout response. So do not include AI first notes like, so we're going to specify like an example. So do not add, you should not add this should be reading in human form. So this is the prompt we're having. They're not good enough, but let's give this a try. So let's execute, and it should provide perfectly. Yeah. So we can use this right here to send a direct email to you every single morning. So it's going to come over. If we execute this again, it's going to give you different workout for the day. It's going to give you different workout for the day. Now we can now specify something. Here's the beauty of n8n that you can see right here is that I can see that for and specify. No, let's come back to this. Let's come back to the system prompt and determine. And greet the user using the specific day of the week, year, and so on. So we can specify the date, specific date, which is, then we can have this over here. This is our date right here, which is, yeah. So with the day of the week, which is, yeah, sorry, let's correct this right here, which is, so the year, you know, it should just be the one. No, we don't need the year actually. So just the day is good. So let's remove up. Yeah. So we can move in actions or result given to you from your previous JS, your previous node. You can fix them right into forward node. So you can actually, this is very, very simple, and anything makes it really easy to handle. So now we have it. Good early morning to you. Today is Sunday, January 11 of 2026. So this is a perfect note, and we can now be ready to send this to an email. Now let's send this to, let's go to, for the research for a node called in Gmail. Then right here we want to send a message. Now first of all, you go to your screen, your credentials here, and you just sign in with Google. So I'll just sign in over here with Google. So right here. So this is what I'm just going to sign in over here with Google, and you can do the same when you want to connect your node. So yeah, we signed up already. So let's come back here. Now, who are we sending this email to? Who are we sending this to? So let me just use the blue matrix 27 at gmail.com. Then now the subject is daily exercise. Let's say daily workout flow from ChatGPT. Or you can name it something else, whatsoever you like. That's up to you. So in form of HTML, yeah. So then the message, you just drag this, yeah, over here. Everybody is an expression. That's all. So everything is all done. All we just need to do is execute. But before we execute, let's open Gmail right over here. So let's open Gmail. So okay. No, I'm not using this one. So let's use this one over here. So we're ready. Now let's publish. No. If we publish, it's going to have to wait till 7 o'clock. So let's just execute workflow. So here we are. We can now send a message. It's successful. So let's come over here and view the message we received. So hope I'm not wrong with the email. Let me check. But the network is kind of slow. Can I have a slow network today? Yeah, I don't think there's an issue with that. Let's recheck the mail. Oh, yeah, there's an issue with the mail. Yeah, so let's redo this. So, and one advice I would like to tell you guys is that you will always make errors. I can't count the numbers of errors I make day by day, the amount of errors I made on my node report every day. But one thing I know how to do the best is to do those errors. So now we have this ready, and this is going to happen day by day. So you can actually automate your email to give you AI responses any single time, anytime you want. And then let's tweak this around more. So let's make this one to be like a test. So let's execute this again. Here we go. So this is the perfect way of having your daily workflow from ChatGPT. So it's good morning, this is so on. It gives you what you need, tells you, and of course we can turn this into a program that wakes you up every single day. You can have these messages on your WhatsApp, you can have these messages on your email, your Telegram. But on the next video, we'll be talking about connecting your node and your workflow to WhatsApp, how you can automate for WhatsApp. But for today, we're done with this, and I hope you guys will learn more out of this and use it for more projects in the future. So schedule triggers, the 3 nodes we use for this mini project: schedule triggers, and then the OpenAI chat mode, and then Gmail chat mode, the Gmail node actually. So these are the 3 we use. I'm going to drop the JSON for this, which you can just go and try. So let me download this over, and I will drop this in the comment section. Have a nice day.